Finding and selecting an item in a list is a basic task that almost every application needs to solve. However, this was pretty much impossible to do properly with Kinect until recently. As a developer, all you had at your disposal was skeleton tracking, which basically returns the coordinates of joints on the user's body in a three-dimensional space. On the Xbox 360 dashboard, you can only see a few items at the same time, which is fine because, as you recall, the Kinect hand pointer is not as precise as a mouse or a touchscreen, and therefore it needs much bigger hit targets. But if the item you want is not on the first page, you have to scroll to the next one, and this is where problems begin. You have to extend your hand far to the right and move it back in a swipe-like motion, which shows you the next 5 items. Imagine that you have to go through hundreds of movies to get to the one you want. Browsing the movie catalog this way becomes extremely frustrating very quickly. Kinect is great for exercise and fitness programs, but it is a bad user experience if you have to work up a sweat just to choose a movie. Some games have invented a different method of scrolling and selecting an item. However, none of them was really useful, unless they use speech recognition, which may or may not be an option for you depending on language or the environmental noise that can make it difficult for the Kinect to understand what you're saying. With the Kinect for Windows SDK version 1.7, Microsoft has finally managed to detect whether the user's hand is open or closed. Using this grip detection, we now have a way to emulate drag and drop or grabbing things on the screen and moving them. If you grab a list and move it, you get a pretty user-friendly way of scrolling the list. Just like the new button press gesture, this new way of scrolling works much better both from the learning curve and the productivity perspectives.